love the days are gone. Oh, I love the days. Oh, I love the days that are gone. Oh, I love the days. Oh, I love the days are gone. Oh, I love the days. Oh, I love the days are gone. Oh, I love the days. Oh.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Shouting Hour. Terry, Shawn, how are you doing?
I'm here. How do you like the new theme song, man?
Pretty cool. What did you just whip that up?
Whilst I was walking in the woods one day, I channeled the ghost of Elvis, and I thought, how would Elvis approach a theme song from the early '80s?
For Pepsi.
Yes, and so that's where it came from. I figured, I know that's something that you'd probably grow fond.
People are going to be whistling that for like weeks.
And you know what? I couldn't get Don Pemberton in time to be to do a nice call and response with. Maybe we could today. So it had to be the Shawnettes. So I'm sorry, but these are tough times.
No worries.
I listen. I don't know what you did this week, but we all just experienced some sort of implosion, some living hell. And then on the cream on the top of that coffee was a rocket blasting off into space, and guys in sort of weird space suits, looks like tux, flying through the air. It's there's a highs and lows.
It reminds me of maybe everything reminds me of a Bob Marley song, but So Much Trouble in the World, where he talks about man blast upon their spaceships, lost upon their ego trips, or something like that. I might have gotten the lines back and forth, but there's something that happens in America when there's massive turmoil that is going on, and massive unrest, and massive racial inequality, where they blast a frickin' spaceship up in the air, almost as if it's a distraction
Yep.
to entertain people.
Yep.
Am I
But
wrong?
it's been planned for a year or two or three.
Yeah.
It just happens to be that confluence right there.
But that happened in 1968. I believe it happened in 1968 during riots in the States when they were taking place all over American cities. And then they go, the Vietnamese War, let's blast the ship up. So yes, it was planned for a year. I missed it. I missed the rocket ship going up. So we've got family in the house this week, which is amazing. We've got a woman that I was luckily enough to have met. She's going to correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe 20 years ago,
Wow.
19 years ago, but none other than Don Pemberton. And Don is coming on. If Don is not already on right now, Don's been singing in
She's on right now, yeah.
my band.
Hi.
Hey, Don, are you there?
I'm here. Nice to see you.
My kids say hi too. You can say hi. You can say hi.
Hello. Hi, Quincy. Hi, Leo.
Hi, guys.
Say hi.
You better be ready to sing.
Yes, live stream. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Okay.
Nicely
It
done.
is.
Come on, those are stunt guys.
Yeah, no, they're stunt doubles. Those are my stunt doubles. I should be training them now.
Don,
Don-
here's the thing that you two know each other.
Yeah.
You and I know each other, but on a different level because every time I see you, you're performing. We never get a chance to talk. Last time was Roundhouse Radio. You guys have an actual relationship, a working
Hmm.
relationship on the road. You go out with harp and axe. Um, you do individual. You do some recording, of course. Um, Tell me about your relationship, the two of you guys.
Well, okay. I think we met probably 20 years ago, give or take a year or two, and I lived in a big house with a lot of musicians, and we were all going to music school at the time, and we had this big living room with like lots of drums and a Rhodes and piano and tons of instruments. And I remember just coming home one day to this maniac, and I say this with love, just like going on the drums and then like jumping over to the Rhodes and then like picking up a guitar, and I was like, who is this guy? Like, who who does he belong to? And at the time, he was dating my one of my roommates, and yeah, it was fun. It was he was had a great energy. Shawn had a great energy, and it was like awesome to have this person who was so jazzed about music and um, around. And then at that point, Matt and I were going to music school together, and we were in a band together. So I had known Matt, and then when I found out that Matt and Shawn were working together, I was like, oh wow, that's really cool. And then it just sort of happened
But
like
that's
that.
you and Matt Wesley, Matt the Axe Murderer Rogers. I love calling his middle name. Um, you guys went to Cap College.
Hmm.
I was kind of the street cat that came into your Cap College jazz party, and I remember feeling. I mean, I had the hots for your roommate, so I think I was playing all those instruments because
That's nice.
I was just trying to get some respect
Yeah, well,
amongst the
we
crowd.
respected you, man.
Yeah,
It's all good. We knew it was down. And we used to have lots of great parties
so
and
many
have
good
jam.
parties.
Yeah, it was really fun. It was a good fun time to be alive.
But beyond that, can we just get beyond that for a second?
Sure.
Yeah.
You have road stories. You have spent time on stages together. That is it possible to define what a relationship is like when you're putting your ass out on the line on a live gig night after night after night? What that's like in terms of relationships?
Yeah. I mean, I think the beautiful thing is, and I feel this very strongly about this project and this group, is like no matter what happens in the van, we've got each other's back on the stage. And
Hmm.
um and yeah, it's a team effort. And if you like look over and see like, okay, my bandmate is they're having some troubles, or maybe they're having a bad day, it's like my I always thought my job was just to make Matt and Shawn look as good as possible,
Ah,
and to give them lots of love on stage, because what they're doing is really hard, and it's a lot of energy to try and generate. So my I just felt like I'm just gonna pour into the bowl, so that they have lots to draw from.
Yeah, and it's an interesting. It's it's not an interesting job. It's a difficult job, right? The job that you've done through the years because you don't go full tilt. You know, your foot on the gas a
yep.
certain way. You
Hmm.
have to know when to jump into the cracks when Matt and I are literally dying. When we've run out of juice and there's a spot that needs to be a void that needs to be filled.
Yeah, for
And
sure, for
yeah,
sure.
it's a gift that you have with that. That
Okay.
Thank you,
And here's the deal. Here's the
thank you.
deal.
Uh-huh.
For those out there watching and listening, Dawn's moment is coming. Her the album is stalled because of everything that's going on, but more importantly, her day is coming. We know about Dawn Pemberton. It's important that you know about Dawn Pemberton because there's a talent there that's going to explode. You just have to actually. We're grateful that we could actually say this now, because a year from now we'll be talking to some sort of corporate office saying yes. And why are you calling? And you are.
From your
Um,
lips to God's ears, Terry.
yes,
So I'm thrilled that you're here. By the
Thank
way,
you.
I started to make a list of the people that you collaborated with: DJ Black, Devin Townsend, the Cookie Cartel, Harponax, Miss Quincy, Five Alarm Funk, Ben Sinister, Cat Dancer, and on and on and on. Well
Hmm.
done.
Thank you.
But now it's time for your voice.
Thank you. Yeah, I feel like my personality is I like to help people, and um I like to be a part of things and say yes and do lots of different things. So I've done that and I'm still doing it, but I'm kind of enjoying having some time to explore my own musical voice and share that with people. And I think it's tricky because people see me as a lot as doing one kind of thing, and it's like, oh, I do lots of different things. So it just spending some time exploring that and thinking about all the things I like to do and all the things that I want to say.
Hey, Sean, don't you think we should ask her to sing just to show an example?
It's a rare opportunity where I can watch Don sing and I don't have to be singing. So,
I
are you going to unveil anything for the first time?
Yeah, I think I'll do a tune. This is a song that I wrote, and I've only ever played it once before, so it's pretty new. It's pretty,
Wow.
and if it's, who knows if it's going to end up on the album, or I don't know, it will end up somewhere, but it's just one of those songs that I think it's kind of folky, and like people might be like, what is that? Because they don't know me as that kind of person or that kind of performer. But it's one of those, it's a song that kind of is perfect for moments like this, where we're separated yet together, and when we need a little bit of comfort and a little bit of sustenance. This is called Come a Little Closer.
Is this your song?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I wrote it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Come a little closer, darling. You're so far away. Come a little closer, darling, and rest here in my arms. Come a little closer, darling. Let me sing you a tune. Come a little closer, darling. You'll be asleep soon. Oh, when you're feeling cold and gray, oh, you can come my way. Come a little closer, darling, and I'll kiss you where it hurts. Come a little closer, darling, and let those teardrops fall. Come a little closer, darling, and I'll try to make things right. Come a little closer, darling, I'll hold you till morning's light. Oh, words can say, yeah. Oh, sometimes they get in the way. Oh, at the end of the day, oh, I tell you to come my way, come my way, come my way, come my way.
Way to go.
Thank you.
I wasn't thinking folk
Oh,
music. I was
yeah.
thinking blues.
Yeah. Awesome.
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow.
Thanks.
Don Pemberton, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. Sean Hall, Lee Montgomery, T.D.
Terry David
Mulligan.
Mulligan. One and only. DonPemberton.ca, is that right?
That's correct.
People want to look you up, DonPemberton.ca.
Pemberton.ca.
That's correct. Yeah.
Don, did you watch television this week, and did you watch what's the turmoil that's going on in the United States of America?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts? What were your feelings?
To be honest, this week has been a very horrible week, and I feel like something within me broke, and I woke up like Wednesday, I think it was Wednesday morning, and I just sobbed. Like I just cried the whole. I feel like I've been crying for days, and it's I feel kind of like a zombie, and I my heart hurts. I'm really sad. I'm sad that another Black person has died, and I'm sad that the States is on fire, and I'm sad that people have to riot to be heard and get their, have their humanity recognized, and and on top of that, within the backdrop of being in a pandemic, it's something that I never thought would happen, but I'm not surprised that it's happened. And a lot of people of color are really hurting and are really sad, and it's kind of like it's just too much. It's just too much. But yet I have hope, and I know that that things will get better, and it's individual people that make it better, and individual connections, and hopefully we can have a lot of those that will, help to change the laws and change things in place that kind of create the systems for racism to thrive. So yeah, it's a sad time. It's I have like the duality of sadness, but also the I have ravenous hope, and I think it's something that a lot of Black people have, just this ravenous hope.
Yeah.
And so I thank God for that.
Thank you, Don. Sean?
Do you have family down there that down in the States?
Yeah, I have family in New York, Atlanta, Florida, California, and we have a family WhatsApp, and we've been checking in with each other, and everyone is safe, which is a blessing, and um, you know, it's just kind of unbelievable. You know, you just, I don't know, feels like you can never really experience or expect to understand something, um, something so hurtful, and it will take a while.
And here, people here, do they say things to you? Do they want to talk to you?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, like, do you mean in people who are allies or people who
Just
are in general?
in general.
Yeah, I mean, um, it is very, racism is alive and well in Canada and in Vancouver, and it's something that every person of color has experienced and continues to experience to this day, and it might not be as overt as being murdered in the street,
Yeah.
but it happens, and um, every day when I leave my house or when I go into a store, I kind of have to like put some armor on because I don't know what I'm gonna face or how I'm gonna have to um, protect myself, and usually it's it's hard to be on guard all the time, and it's the feeling of you know I'm a happy, open person, and my first instinct is love and compassion, and to have to like be a little bit bristly, a little bit guarded, because I might have to deflect some form of racism is annoying, and I hate having to do that because it's not who I am. Um, but it's a reality, and but also there I have heard from all the wonderful people in my life who have stepped up and have called and checked in, and who have been like, hey, you know what, I'm going to bring you some food today. I know that you're hurting, and I know, um, so a lot of beautiful people are showing up in a way that is helpful and supportive, and that's beautiful.
Thank you. Your father was from St. Kitts. Your mother was from Barbados. Can you remember one thing that they told you, that they advised you as you walked out into life itself, that
Hmm.
that you locked in your heart? Any one thing, piece of advice?
There are many. I mean, my parents are amazing, resilient people who have, like, you know, made an incredible life for us. Um, I mean, one thing that comes to mind is I can always hear my mom say, "If you don't have horse, you ride cow."
Ah,
And I feel like that motto of just like make do with what you got and try your best, is,
rise up.
yeah, yeah.
Well done, Sean.
Hey, I got a question for you, Pemby, and it was because you're the one that has spent the most amount of time in the States as a musician and corralling singers from Vancouver, and I'm curious about. Well, I'm always envious of anyone that goes down to New Orleans, but I'm curious as a black woman from Canada taking a choir down from Vancouver, your experience in New Orleans, and like positive, negative, like what was that like? Was that surreal? Was it just
Wow.
unbelievable or what?
Yeah, it was a truly transformative experience. I love New Orleans. It's like it's such a amazing place because one thing that I think is interesting about New Orleans is they understand who they are, and they don't shy away from who they are as a city and as a place in the United States.
They live it.
Yeah, and they have this sort of sense of like, okay, some really awful stuff has happened here, and we've been all a part of it. Um, but yet, we maybe they haven't totally reconciled completely, but it's through the arts and through the music that they have created this way of being together, and creating an identity that's super unique. And because they were one of the only, I think the only place in North America that allowed slaves to have a day off and to congregate and to make music
In the square.
in the square, in Congo Square. Because of that, we have all of the music styles that we know and love. So I think because of that fact, they have a sense of what they have is precious, it's important, and people, my experience there, they will do whatever it takes to protect that. And that includes in protecting one another. I also think because of their experience of, all the storms and Katrina, they have a way of being together that is very deep. And being in that place, everyone is so friendly. They care about educating you about the music. They really know their history, and they know, like, well, this style is because of this person, and then this guy learned from this person. There's
It's the tribes.
yeah, there's a legacy, and there's, they really, I feel like there's a sense of that. So as a group of people going to New Orleans, we were there in just like, we just went there to learn, and we didn't really have performances set up, but with the choir, with my friend, we set up this just interactions with other artists, and like, let's learn from these people. Let's learn some songs. Let's learn about the history. We had a recording session, which was amazing. We recorded in a really fantastic, iconic studio in New Orleans. So I think it was a positive experience because we went with just the desire to learn and just to be really curious. And so it was special. And yeah, it's great. It's an amazing city.
That's
Hey,
amazing. You're lucky. You're lucky. I think it's the best. I think it's the best.
Oh, it's the greatest. It's the greatest music city.
Yeah.
Literally, there's music in the air. It's everywhere. 1949, Fats Domino recorded "The Fat Man." He was 6 years ahead of rock and roll. 6 years ahead of rock and roll.
1949. Yeah, that's
1949.
Yeah.
That it was a jump blues too. Which choir was that?
It's a choir that I started called Roots and Wings.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the women's voices, 19 plus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And still ongoing?
Yeah, we're trying our best. We've been meeting on Zoom for the last couple of weeks, and we've had like some fun events, happy hours, and we've had coffee house. We're doing another coffee house, and we've just been doing some singing. I'm trying to find ways for folks to get the sensation of singing together, and we've been doing lots of theory and just kind of skill building, all that stuff.
Hey, Don, I know you're a, excuse me, Shawn. I know that you're a, also you like to teach music and you like to educate. And you were doing a workshop on soul. Okay. Mm-hmm. You have done and may still do. Mm-hmm. Gail Suderman from Good Noise Choir, I love that, Good Noise, who's the artistic director, says her ability to bring aspects of gospel that have found their way into soul music is amazing. Improv, the juxtaposition, that feeling, you just can't teach it. And yet you're doing a class on soul.
Yeah, and you're like, well, what's up with that?
You either get it or you don't.
Well, I think one of the most important things I like to impress upon people when they take that class is that this music is medicine, and it was created to heal people, and it was created.
Man, thank you for saying that.
Yeah, it was created because people needed a way to remind themselves that they were human, and it was created, to heal hearts, to heal their own hearts. They had, they had to create their own music to heal their own hearts. So that's why we all love it, because it's like, oh man, this feels really good. Yeah. So I like to impress that, but I also like to just kind of draw a line, and I always say, like, it started, across the Atlantic in Africa, and like all that rich history, is in the music, and because of place and people moving from place to place, it shaped and informed the music. And gospel music and soul music are close cousins. They're really close cousins, and it's because black people moved from the country to the cities, and it changed even more. And yeah, so I mean, it's the concepts are teachable, but I think you have to have some
You have
lived
to walk the
experience.
walk, talk the talk.
Yeah, and I don't think it's exclusive. I don't think you have to be a black person to love soul music, to sing soul music.
Sean Hall.
Yeah, exactly. But there's some
But I
there's
thought
a
it was a country and western artist.
In your dreams, buddy.
there's a sense of there's a deeper understanding, and I think so. I always try to invite people to dig in a little deeper so that they can just have a more enriched experience.
Could you give us a musical example?
A musical example of
Well, whatever that next
We
song
want
is.
to hear you sing.
oh
Yeah.
okay
We want to hear some of that.
Ooh. Yeah, sure. Okay. Well, this song is a song called For You that I wrote. It's off my last album called Say Something. And yeah, I wrote it because I was feeling like tired of twisting and turning and contorting myself to be the someone that someone else wanted. And that's the beautiful thing about love, right? We do all those things because we love people, and sometimes we don't mind doing it. Sometimes it's like, I'll twist and contort for you because I know that you're going to do that for me, and because I love you, and it's unconditional. But sometimes you're just like, whew, Lord, I'm tired. So this is called this is called For You. And yeah, Terry, when you asked me like what's your next album going to be like? And I've just been writing like lush kind of love songs, or not love songs, but just like, I don't know, I feel like my heart needs like some salve or something. So here's a little
Okay.
salve for you, a little balm. I changed like the seasons, shifted like the sands, crashed myself upon endless shores, stopped time with my hands. All this and more seemed worth pushing for. A prayer and a quiet tear, all for you, dear, for you. All for you. Made love like wildfire, fanned the flames the best I could, consume what you lent me. My heart burned like it should. All this and more seemed worth pushing for. A prayer and a quiet tear, all for you, dear, for you. For you, for you. All this and more pushing for a prayer and a quiet tear, all for you, dear. You, oh, for you, oh, you, for you, for you, oh.
Yeah.
Hey,
Thank you.
thank you.
I miss the horns. Never mind.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
me too. Gotta get
Wow.
a bigger budget.
Yeah, bigger room.
Hey,
6 feet per horn.
hey, Don Pemberton.
Sean Hall.
Because Terry always does his research, and I'm just, and that's what I love about us hanging out, because Terry does his homework. He said earlier that you hooked up with Odario Williams, who's got that beautiful Saturday night show on CBC, and of Grand Analog, which I think is Canada's premier hip
Hip-hop.
hop soul reggae group from Winnipeg. Did you guys collab in the winter?
We did collab. So funny story, as you know, Sean, we were in Germany.
Yes, I was there too.
Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say yeah. And Liam was there. We were all in Germany, in Hamburg. I don't know, at some Reeperbahn festival.
Reeperbahn,
And-
yeah, Hamburg, all over actually.
Yeah, and we were in the Canada House, and Grand Analog had just performed, and we came up, and we had just performed at another venue, and you're like, hey, do you know those guys? And I was like, no. And to be honest, and I told Odario this, I was so like nervous to talk to them, and Sean's like, yeah, let's go over and meet them. It's like, you guys should collaborate, and I was like, what? So Sean was really instrumental in getting us to collaborate. And then we came home, and you were like, yo, you need to talk to Odario. And I was like, what? And I thought you would have forgotten. And then you
I didn't.
I know, you didn't. I know. I was like, what? So you like connected us, and then I thought, okay, well, nothing's gonna happen. And then a few months later, he was like, hey, I got this track, like,
Low light.
yeah, low light. He's like, what can you do with this? And he was just explaining how he was going to do some of his own work, kind of separate from the group. The group was taking a bit of a break. And I was like, sure, So I tracked it like maybe a year and a half, like, no, not at least a year ago.
Have you seen the video?
Yeah.
Nice. That's
Yeah.
I
great.
haven't seen the video. I didn't even know you guys did this.
I know. I know.
You have research
know.
to do.
It's called the Google machine.
Get on the Googler. And the cool
Know
thing
these
is,
things. God.
Odario is good friends with John Kong, who owns and runs Do Right, which is the label that I'm on. So Do Right helped to release this track, and it's kind of like, it's nice. It's like a little family affair, So thank you, Sean, for
I'll take
connecting us.
4%.
Yeah, sure. So, and we've talked about doing some stuff together, and Odario's a cool guy. He's really cool.
Dope. He is some dope ass shit. That is
Yeah.
fantastic. I'm very-
And Winnipeg is absolutely rocking. There, Winnipeg has my full and complete attention.
Yeah.
I know. I'm
There's
kind of
stuff
jealous
going
of
on
Winnipeg.
there. That's
like,
incredible.
yeah, the people there are amazing. The musicians that come out of there are so creative, and it's you can't go wrong.
Don, let me ask you this:
Okay.
What was 2020 going to look like before all hell broke loose?
Yeah.
I mean, you did an event like February the 1st. You were doing some amazing stuff with Dee Daniels and Marcus Mosley and Dee Dee Cascade and Will Sanders and Homecoming Brass Stayed on Freedom. That was Christchurch Cathedral. That was fantastic. But what did the year look like, and what hasn't happened?
Yeah, well, it's so funny. Like, I knew that 2020 was going to be, I think, my busiest year yet, and I was a little bit scared. I was like, "Oh my God, how can I make this happen? Is this humanly possible?" And
You were doing a play. You were doing a
yeah,
musical.
yeah, I was supposed to be doing a musical, and I think Harpacks, we like snuck in a few shows in there, and then I was down in LA rehearsing with Maura Smiley and Voco, and then and then had a couple other gigs, and then I started the tour with Maura down in the States, and when I came back on March 14th, and I had given myself 2 weeks off to like decompress and kind of prepare for rehearsals that were starting for the play or the musical called "The Kink in My Hair," and so that was with the arts, supposed to be with the Arts Club.
Open April 15th.
Yeah, exactly. So I had that planned, and then after that, I was supposed to head out on tour with Gord Gardina and a project called the Bluesberries, and then I had like festivals lined up, and I was teaching at music camps, and then I was supposed to be going to Barbados for a family reunion, and then coming back to go on tour with Harpacks, and then planning like, potentially going to South Africa, like
No.
yeah, and back to New Orleans, and so.
And instead, you end up on the shouting hour.
Hey, man, this is a highlight. This is a highlight. I mean,
This
is a highlight. I'm
Right,
thankful.
it's a highlight.
I'm thankful.
Self-deprecation
It's a
at
highlight.
its finest.
Where's the album? Did you shelve it, or are you just working along?
You know what? I took a break. I did take a break because I was just trying to figure out, like, am I still here? Like, am I real?
Yeah.
And so it's sitting on a shelf, but it's not dusty. Let's just say that. I really want to keep writing. I'm just trying to keep writing and and see whatever percolates and what comes together. So it's gonna happen.
I have one last question,
Yeah.
Shawn, and then I'll get out of the way. And that is,
No,
You're working-
no, you
you're-
won't.
no, it's the last question. You're working with all of these artists, and you have contributed to their careers.
Mm-hmm.
When will we find your voice, or when will you find your voice, the voice that you want to sing and talk to us and communicate us with?
Yeah. You know what? I'm still figuring it out.
I understand.
And I think a lot of people, I do a lot of things, and I've been a lot of things, and I'm thankful for those opportunities. And so people like to see me in one way. They think like, oh, well, you are a loud singer, so everything you sing is going to be loud.
Yeah.
And I only like it if you sing, loud, gospely things. So, and I'm just exploring other sounds, and who knows what will come out. I mean, a little bit of that will come out. So it's, someone was talking to me about a crystal, the idea of like a crystal palace, and you shine your light through it, and all these like beautiful refracted
Right.
bits of light come out. I'm like, that's what I want my voice to be like, in the world.
Hey, Shawn, I think you remind me, by the way, of Gregory Porter,
Oh,
who is
thanks.
who. There was no boundaries with Gregory Porter. He
Yeah.
just moves on. That's who I hear you to be.
Mm.
That's it.
That's
I
it.
said my piece.
This is all that I ask, Don. I don't care if you channel your inner John Denver on the next record. This is my request.
This is the pitch.
This is my request from you, my dear.
Yes.
Is that you get me, and I don't have to sing like me. I can disguise my voice, but you get me on one of your tracks on your next record to be your backup singer.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, baby.
I'll be a Shawnette because I need to get that
A
perspective.
Dawn?
so
No,
that-
you're a Dawnette.
a Dawn-
You're a Dawnette.
I'll be a Dawn-
That would be amazing.
But yeah, I'm dead serious, Pemby. Like, get me on your next record on one track, and then let me be a little choir for you, and I'll be your little response.
Aw.
Yeah.
Dawn, and all we want
I
you to
love
do
that.
is just please release that music at some point as soon as you can, so that we can tell the world.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I won't forget. You know, it's easy. I think one thing that I was finding is like it's really easy just to get distracted and by doing so many things and so this is a good time just to focus in a new way and just focus on what I want to do and get cooking. So yeah, you all can be on the album
Thank you.
doing
Woo!
some Bee Gees. That'd be great.
Go and find "Saying Something." It's the last piece of music that, and of course the Odaria Williams track. But um, we're all waiting, just
Thank
waiting.
you. Thank you.
I asked you about the acapella. I love acapella, and I think singers love messing with an acapella tune.
hmm
As you sip that tea, I hope it's tea.
Tea.
Um, I asked you if you had an acapella song that you sing, and you said,
Yes, I do. This song is for those of folks who have been in my house. I have two amazing portraits of Nina Simone that some friends have made painted for me, and this is a piece that she kind of made popular, but it's actually written by a songwriter named Oscar Brown,
Yeah.
And he has tons of great tunes. This song is called Brown Baby, and I always think about it when another person, another African American, another black person has been murdered, because we all come into this world as beautiful little babies, and people pray for us. They do all that they can to make sure that we are safe and that we have a good life. And those people are important. You know, everyone has the same wishes for their children. And why are some wishes more important than others? So
"Okay,
this is Brown Baby.
Don Pemberton."
Brown baby, brown baby, as you grow up, I want you to drink from the plenty cup. I want you to stand up tall and proud. And I want you to speak up clear and loud. You little brown baby, brown baby, brown baby. As years go by, I want you to walk with your head held up high. And I want you to live by the justice code. And I want you to walk down freedom's road. You little brown baby. Lie away, sleeping. Lie away, dreaming. Lie away, safe here in my arms. Till your daddy and mama protect you and keep you safe and warm. Ooh, little brown baby, it makes me glad to know you're gonna have things that I never had. When out of all men's hearts hatred is hurled, sweetie, you're gonna live in a better world. You little brown baby, brown baby. Lie away, sleeping. Lie away, dreaming. lie away safe here in my arms. You little brown baby.
I'm thinking about your mom and dad.
Hmm.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Don.
guys. Thank you. Appreciate you.
Don Pemberton, you guys.
Appreciate you. Unbelievable.
The Duchess.
The Duchess of Soul.
Duchess of Soul. Has anyone claimed that yet, Pamby?
No. You know what?
Sad.
I once had a man email me and ask, like, well, who decided that you were the queen of soul, the Duchess of Soul? And I was like, baby, I don't know. Don't sweat it. just get into
You
it.
should have just sent him after.
Just
Send him after Shawn. He'll be out of your hair forever.
Send
Don's
all
problem
your
now.
troubles. Send all your troubles my way, Don.
Oh, God. I will.
Yeah.
Thank you for this.
Wow.
Thank you so much, you guys. I really appreciate
Thanks, Don.
having this
Don,
time
this
with
has
you.
been incredible. Thank you so
you,
much for
Don.
being with us today.
Thank you.
Amazing.
Thank you.
Sean, way to go. Liam,
Whew.
see you next Sunday.
Yeah. We'll see you next Sunday where we
Bye,
have
Don.
surprise guests. See you, Don.
Bye. Thanks, you guys.
Bye. Surprise guest. We'll announce it midweek. Stay tuned. YouTube and Facebook.com/The Shouting Hour. Next week we'll be on Sunday at 5 PDT, 8
Got it.
Eastern Time.
Take care
Thanks
of
a
each
lot,
other.
everyone. Take care of each other. That's right.